First day cutting hay this year, boys. Using the brand new disc spine. What a beautiful day to start cutting hay. This is a 2024 Heston Massey Ferguson disc spine. One of my favorite purchases. Get that down in the corner too. I think he wants to wait on that. Oh, he wants to wait? We're going to do it though. Well, we're going to cut it, yeah. We want to cut this first because we're going to plow this. That's all sand down there. It's all dry. Yeah, we're going to do that in a few weeks. We're going to do it later. Okay. We're just doing this so we can plow it. Yeah, okay. Alright. I didn't know what to do. Because I want to cut. Otherwise I got to cut it. I'll cut it. Alright. Have a good day. Half of farming is talking to people and making them happy. A lot of older people have the good land, so you gotta listen to their requests. Lots of requests. Yeah, this is our first day mowing hay. We do a lot of hay every year. We have a lot of customers waiting. We've been going, from people in the area, we've been going to the Manchester hay auction and buying hay for the last few months. I filled up our 160-foot indoor arena about halfway with hay this year. It really helped us get some income all through the winter time, but we ran low. We have a self-serve hay stand and we have lots of horse farms around us. Like on both sides of this property are horse farms with 50 horses. One there, one over there. So we're in like an amazing area where there's lots of available farmland and there's a lot of money to be made on hay. So it gives us a little advantage. I know a lot of places in America you can't sell a lot of square bales, small square bales. What's up, Brumley? What's up, guys? What's up, Ryland? What's up, A1 Mobile Welding? This is my first pass doing this. You know how it is. You get rusty at stuff after a few months. But this is exciting. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So my goal this year is to cut every single inch of hay I can. And every day go back and either sell it to somebody or stack it in the barn and try getting like 20-30,000 bales of hay stored, maybe a bunch of round bales too, and then just make money all winter on it instead of losing money sitting around. What's up, James? So this is a big day for us. Me and my dad purchased this, and my brother purchased this spine last year. What a game changer. I used a 492 hay bind from the 80s for many years. And man, what a pain in the ass. It has that old sickle bar on it. And if you hit anything, you wreck a bunch of them, and you got to change the guards and stuff, kind of like a combine, like a grain head. And you know, you go to a field and you gotta get out and pull a string. There's no lights on it or anything. Clogs a lot. You can't run over hay you already cut with it, or else it jams up. And then you gotta get in there with a pipe and a pipe wrench and pry it and get it and rip stuff out. You might waste a bunch of time on it. Man, I'm missing hay. This is my first pass. Give me a break. It's my first pass. So with this, man, it's easy. This thing pivots from one side to the other. It's center pivot. So I can make this thing go all right behind me, or I can make it go all the way to the left of me. It is really convenient. What my dad does is he goes to the end of the field and switches it around. I'm so used to crap that I try not moving it at all because I think it's going to break any moment, which doesn't really make sense. I just open up the field. I start with my tires and the tractor right by the tree line, and the mower to the right of me. That way, if there are any tree branches or rocks or anything, you run it over with the tractor instead of the disc bind. That's how I open it up. I do one this way and then I come back and do it that way. So we're gonna plow this field. This field's organic certified. I found this land this year from a Facebook market post. That's how I found a lot of my land. And this has been non-fertilized and hay for like 5 years. So in theory, it's organic certified already. So instead of waiting 3 years and losing money, I find vacant land or fields like this, and we make it organic certified right away. So my dad's plan was just to plow this stuff up and get it planted, because we make a lot of money per acre on organics. But I said, why not take an extra few days? We have other fields we could do. Why don't we cut and get it like 1,000 bales of hay off this? We really could use it. And then plow it. So we're double dipping. So if we make a couple $1,000, you know, off this, basically like free money. It's gonna take a little effort, but we have a 4-day window here where it's not gonna rain. And who knows when the next one's gonna be. And right now we could probably charge a little bit of a premium since we're one of the first ones around cutting hay. I haven't seen one hay field cut yet, other than my buddy Rob Clare, who's about 40 minutes away from me. So this is my grandpa's 4255. So this is a really nice smooth ride for me. I could do this all day. This thing has really nice lights on it. The old school disc bind or hay binds, for any of you that know, it had a rope connected to it, and you had to yank the rope, take pressure off, and then adjust it to certain positions. And man, it's a pain in the ass. Every time you're going to another field, you got to you got to fight it and get it lined back up so you can drive it down the road. With this thing, you just hit a little switch. I'll show you guys at the end of this row here how I use it. So I went and bought blades for it today at Dively's Equipment, if any of you are from the area. And each one of these blades is only $2. What a deal. So you can replace all these blades on this for like 24 bucks. Who would have guessed? In a world where everyone's trying to make $1 million on every piece of a part, randomly, this is the most cost-effective thing. Allegedly, you're supposed to be able to do 250 acres on each knife. The problem with our fields are we have so many random crappy fields. They're not flat, and some of them have rocks on them and stuff. So it doesn't last us that long. So I'll show you guys real quick. So before, on the old ones, you have to pull a string and you get it out of a groove. then you jam the clutch in it, release it, and then you gotta kink it and align it. Pain in the ass. With this, you just look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh, look at it, I got a leak right there when the hydraulics is loose. I gotta go fix it. See, and so then that goes on, you can go all the way to the other side and go that way. You can go right behind you. Look at that thing pouring out. It's always something, I tell you. This thing's so new that it's almost like the factory didn't put a few things together right. When we first got it, the tires were backwards on it. But it's supposed to be sunny for 3 days, so this doesn't have much leaves on it. It's mostly just grass. So I'm going to tether it like 2 or 3 times probably. Well, you got to shut the thing off, dumbass. What are you doing? Rule number 1, kids, shut the equipment off when you're going by it. Heston 1376. That thing just spraying. What's nice about this thing being so new, that when something's wrong, usually it's just coming loose. Nothing's gonna break on it, most likely. Probably just jinxed myself. So sometimes in these factories, you just gotta re-cinch her down. What's funny is they put a line all the way across where it's supposed to be, but apparently that wasn't right. Pretty nice. So my brother's out disking. My brother's out disking some fields, and my dad's coming behind planting. All right, so let me show you this again. So see, it goes all the way that way. See, no more leak. You come all the way that way. How nice is that? So if I was going from one field to the other and I had a little gap, I can just, and then it follows right behind me. Or like my dad does, he switches this every time. And that will, once I get going, it'll follow me around. See? See, it lines itself up. Pretty nice. I'd say this is one of my favorite pieces of equipment for sure. I'm so used to crap. It almost worked out perfect. My dad got me so used to shit that if he gives me anything good, it's almost amazing. Some people hate on this thing because it's only 10 feet wide. My buddy like Rob Clary needs like 14 footers because he does a lot more hay. But, you know, it just takes a couple extra passes, but man, this is perfect for me. I'll drive this all damn day. And a lot of people go a lot quicker than me with this, but I like to be a little easier on stuff. My dad goes like 2 more gears higher. I don't like the feeling of being almost tipping the thing over. I don't like that. and he misses. I'm trying to get every little bit. My buddy that I keep talking about, Rob Clare, he does a whole bunch of hay. And I asked him, I said, what's the best disc vine out there? And he said, Massey Ferguson Heston. So we went and got this. It actually had 0% financing if anyone's out there looking for one. But this combination together is money in the bank, dude. That's a huge horse farm there. There used to be a racetrack in a town right down the road from us. And then there's a lot of Ford and GM executives from back in the early days. So they all moved out 40 minutes from the plant. And they all had a lot of money, so they buy, 30-acre spots and with a bunch of horses. So this is one of the most popular places for horses in the world around here. So we can really move some hay. John, shut up, dude. Please hurry. I gotta watch that because we do square bales. We have 2 New Holland balers, and we have a thrower on it with a thrower wagon, and you'll kick that and hit that. So we're going to do 50 acres today, hopefully. That's as much as some people do in a whole year, and this is just going to be our first day, so hopefully it works out good. Which is nice is we were just going to plow this anyway, so there's no way you can lose on this. If for some reason it doesn't dry quick enough, we'll just round bale it. Get some pallets, throw the round bales in a corner of this field somewhere, cover it with a tarp so it doesn't get ruined, and then just sit there and market it. And get like 40 bucks a round bale for a 4x4 round bale. So either way, we're making more money than just plowing this stuff under. This was my idea, so hopefully it works out good. Hopefully everything doesn't go wrong and it's my fault. That'd be nice. This is about 6 miles from the farm, which is really good for us. We have some hay fields that are 20 miles away, which if any of you farmers out there know, driving with them hay wagons is a pain in the ass that far. Top speed 15 miles an hour. If any of you guys are in the relatively close area and have any thrower wagons for sale, send me the information. We have 8 of them, but I'd like to get about 10 of them. If you guys could all help me out, like and subscribe my channel. I'm about to hit 43,000 subscribers, which is amazing for me. I never thought I'd be able to do that. You guys watching is helping our small farm with little income, so I appreciate it. Every little bit on a farm helps. I never thought this would be one of my favorite hobbies, but I really like making videos. I can't wait to see where I'll be in a couple of years. It's kind of hard for me to read the comments when I'm moving this quick. It's amazing how smooth this is. Thank you, Eric Perez. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, every little bit helps me. I started this channel 2 years ago, and man, It's actually been a kind of a blessing for our family having a little extra income. So you'd be surprised how many farmers in my area watch the videos and know our story. It's pretty amazing. I'll meet a guy at a hay auction and he knows more about me than I know about myself. I think it makes my dad happy. I think he enjoys being a YouTube guy. So my brother's disking right now, about 3 miles down the road. And then he's gonna plant some soybeans. My dad is meeting a guy at 11 to sell one of our sprayers that we don't use. And then all of us are gonna go out to Ann Arbor area. And we have 70 acres of organic fields that we're gonna plant into organic corn. So it's gonna be a busy day. Sheridan auction has a few thrower wagons for sale. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. I'll look at that up. We have like 5 of those Easy Trail red ones, man. Those things are nice. Those things are too nice. It really helps having nice thrower wagons. You can move quicker, easier to unload, and they hold more. How many of you guys out there are cutting or baling hay already? Where are you located? Another thing that really helps out our family is I sell t-shirts on YouTube Market. If you look at my channel, you'll see a place where I got a shop. And I get like 80% of that money. It helps out, so if you guys want to check that out. Some of them are kind of funny. Some are about Goosey the dog. There's a few wet spots in this field. But if this was a hay field that we keep doing hay, we wouldn't go out here because you're wrecking the field. But since we're plowing it, it really don't matter. Are you cutting hay in Wisconsin? You spread manure with horses, nice. How many acres can I do in an hour? I'm not really sure. It all depends on the field. If I'm not turning, it's a straight shot, you can do a lot more. With a field like this, you're freaking turning half the time. There's a field across the street that's perfectly square, and I'll see how much I can do in an hour. Like I said though, there's a lot of people would be going probably 2-3 miles an hour faster. I just don't like missing shit, and you can actually flip these things over if you're going too quick around a corner. I did it last year one time, so. We do a lot of fields that are oddly shaped. We just do what we can get. A lot of farmers out there are picky about the shapes of the field, but we just do what we can do. Early hay in Wisconsin, nice. How many acres you got down? How often do I cut it? Someone asked me, Roger asked me. It depends on what the weather's like. It's just like your grass at the house. If it rains all the time, it's going to grow quicker. If it's dry that year, it won't grow very fast. It also depends on the soil and the fertilizer. Some people cut their hay 4 or 5 times. We usually get 2 good cuttings out of it. Roger said, don't flip over, you don't want to see it. Well, are you sure? That'd be kind of entertaining. I got the Versatile stuck again last night disking. Really stuck. I'll post some videos later on when I get home. from Jersey and you do farming simulator every day. Hell yeah. I did that farming simulator back like 8 years ago on a computer. I got bored so quick doing that. $198 people watching. I appreciate you guys a lot. My channel is growing steadily. It's been an amazing blessing. I was going on TikTok live a lot, but they'll kick you off if you're driving something, which is kind of dumb. So see right here, I go right over the stuff I already cut, and it doesn't affect it. If that was a hay line, it'd probably clog the whole thing up, and you'd lose an hour. With this, watch, I can just cut right over the stuff I already cut. See? Just chops her up. Do you know how nice that is? You get fuel at lower cost than at a gas station. Well, yeah, because this fuel is off-road diesel and we get it in bulk. We have a 1,600 gallon storage at our farm. We get a guy to deliver like once every few weeks. My grandpa used to have a deal with a guy from the 90s. This guy was one of the biggest construction workers in all of the United States. His name was Holloway. He built most of the freeways around Ann Arbor area. And he was my grandpa's friend. So he would sell my grandpa diesel for the price he got it. And up until like 1995, I think it was like 25 cents a gallon for diesel, which is crazy. Our versatile tractor can fit 170 gallons in it. I think this is probably my second favorite piece of equipment. He said, thanks for answering my questions. Yeah, no problem. I would do a better job, but it's hard to read while I'm moving like this. So basically for me, this is just free money. I'm very excited about this. It'd be really nice if that person right there would just buy it, come right over here. I should go over there and knock on the door. If any of you guys are in the area, anywhere close and looking for hay, hit a fellow up. Am I smelling the Canadian wildfires there? I didn't even hear about that. I'm 30 minutes from Canada, so I should be able to smell it if anyone can. Right down the road, there's a big landfill. And if you get up on the landfill at night, you can see people driving across the bridge into Canada. That's how close we are. Some people say that people in this area have a Canadian accent a little bit. How bad's the wildfires? I didn't see anything about it. The last time they had the wildfires, The entire sky was gray. You just saw 4 Amish people cutting with a horse. Yeah, a horse and a sickle bar. I watched that. That's pretty crazy. I give a lot of credit to the Amish. I guarantee you they're happier than any of us are. More simple life. I actually was watching a documentary the other day and found out a lot of Amish people drink. I didn't know that. They make wine. Another thing I'm watching out for is baby deer. It really sucks cutting a baby deer up. I try to avoid that at all costs. Another thing you gotta look out for is antlers to go through your tires. What a beautiful field. So I'm gonna let this sit for a day or so, and then most likely tether it. Tethering is you take teeth and you spread the stuff out so it has more surface space and gets air in it. So it takes these rows and flicks them where the hay's evenly spread around the ground. We tether more than most people. We're usually in a big hurry, so we try tethering a few times. A lot of guys out there, they have a lot of alfalfa in their hay, and if you tether too much, it will actually destroy the hay quality. But with grass like this, it doesn't affect it much. Yeah, the sky is a little hazy. Maybe it is from the fire. Maybe it's from my brother. He smokes like Snoop Dogg. Maybe he's in the area. So if you could just cut at this pace for a couple hours, man, you're really putting some hay on the ground. So we're gonna have extra, what, 80, 90 acres of hay this year. We're gonna be busy. What are we gonna do with all the hay? We sell them to horse farms. We deliver hay all year round, and then we have a self-serve hay stand at our farm. People come by and just honor system. They get a few bales of hay and they leave it in a box. It really helps out the hobby farmer that doesn't want or can't afford to buy 500 bales at a time like some people. They'll just come by and throw 4 bales in the back of an Explorer or something. We have one lady that comes and puts 8 bales on top of a Jeep on the top of the roof. I appreciate all you guys watching. You can all like and subscribe, helps me out. I want to get some sponsorship deals. Any of you guys own a company, holler at me. I'll put it on my videos. I'm talking to a fertilizer company right now that might start sponsoring me. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, the honor system is great when you trust people, you said. Yeah, well, a lot of those people, they're relying on it, so they don't want to screw you over, so we stop doing it. You know, a lot of people don't have the space or a way to buy 100 bales at a time. And not many places sell 5 bales at a time of hay. So it really helps a lot of people that just have a few goats or a few horses. So usually people are pretty honest. We have some people that come every day to get hay. So like when there's a little strip left, like that right there, with a hay bind, sometimes you just leave that. Because if you go over it, like that strip right there, sometimes you just leave it. Because if you go over that with a hay bind, you might clog up the hay bind and be down for 4 hours if you don't do it right. With this, you just cut right through everything. So it makes a cleaner field. It makes everything better. And another thing is, it doesn't miss a lot, so you're not leaving little green grass all through there, so when you tether it, it doesn't rip it up and put it into the dry stuff, and then you're just going in circles. Funny, I have 2 businesses and you didn't respond to me. What do you mean? Did you message me? I don't know what you're talking about. I try to respond to everybody. I get like 20 scam messages a day, so where are you messaging me at? Oh, you commented. Well, dude, I'm driving a tractor. I can barely look down. What do you want me to do? Somebody asked me if it gets moldy. What we do is we keep flipping it around so it airs out equally. We never bale moldy hay. There's some people that do. We wait till it's completely dry. My dad's really good at baling hay. We usually never get any complaints. If you bale moldy hay, you could possibly burn your barn down. Because moldy hay produces heat, and it'll actually spontaneous combust if you don't do it right. Like if you baled this stuff right now, you could go up to a bale and you can feel the heat coming off of it. Alright, I'll show you guys how to go to the next field, how cool this is. You guys only do hay with the grass. We have some fields that have alfalfa in it too, which makes it richer, more protein for like cows and racehorses. You're following me now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go. I like Canada. All right, I can. Big Walks, Big Sam. Funny, I have 2 businesses and didn't want to respond to me. What model is the cutter? Good looking machine. It's what is it, a 1376 New Holland? It is good money for hay. Come from a town called Hay in Australia. Yeah, we get $8 a square bale. Alright, so watch this. So if I get, 500 bales from out of here, that's a good amount of money. Alright, so I want to go to the next field. Before we bought this, I'd have to get out and pull a rope. It'd take a lot of effort. Now I just go like this, and it follows me. How cool is that? Then you go through a small spot and you don't want to scratch it, bring it back the other way. This is my first time doing this field, so I'm making this up as I go. Ooh, lots of hay. See, there's the plow. I started plowing this thing. How cool is that? Isn't that sweet? Over down there, I started plowing on Memorial Day, and we kept having breakdowns and stuff, and it got to the point where there's actually a little gap for hay, so Dad said, I kept bugging him about it, he goes, alright, go cut it. So all you do is turn the PTO on. Whenever you guys turn a PTO on, you always throw all the way down. There's a lot of force on it. So now watch. Most people would take this and cut the outside first. I'm gonna go this way and run the tractor by the trees so I can see what's in the field. So watch. This is how I open a field up. I've never been in this field before other than plowing, and there's a few wet spots, so I'm just going to avoid that. But see, I'm cutting right now, but I'm going to take the tractor and run along this, so if there's a big tree branch or something, I can hit it with the tractor instead. For any of you young farmers out there that haven't learned that, it's a very good skill, or a very good trick, I should say, not skill. See, if that branch is over here, you might wreck your disc spine. How often do I grease my equipment? Depends on the equipment. I greased this today for an hour before I started. See how nice you can run with this thing? It's so good. So then you make the outline. Yeah, that's another thing. Joe's talking about shear pins. This thing never shears any pins. That's a great feature. With those old, this is where I plowed on Memorial Day. This old 492 hay bind I had, I would shear pins all the time. So if I can just sit here and cut like this all day, man, you're saving a lot of time. A shear pin, Roger Ward, a shear pin is a design weak spot in a PTO system. So if you jam the system up, it shears the pin off instead of breaking a gearbox or something expensive. Instead, then you just go line up and put a new bolt through it. You'll see shear pins on a lot of bush hogs, if you guys are bush hogs. Man, this hay is thick. This is gonna be straight money out here. Look how beautiful that's cut. Yeah, I have a battery grease gun. The only issue is sometimes they'll blow bearings out if you put too much in it. I appreciate you guys still all watching. If you can like and subscribe on my channel, it really helps our family. It's pretty amazing. I started this hobby and everyone made fun of me about it, and now they all love it and try helping me out. Another thing that's amazing about YouTube is I have a lot of family that lives in Louisiana, and my whole family gets to watch and see what we're doing. Another thing that's pretty awesome is it's like a time capsule for you, your family. In 20 years, the grandkids can look back and see how we were farming in 2025. I know a lot of you wish you could see a video of your grandpa farming, so there's a lot of benefits to this. Another cool thing about YouTube that I like more than TikTok is YouTube. You can have a video 2 years old and all of a sudden it'll randomly explode and you'll get 2 million views. With TikTok you get like 2-day window and then you don't get any more views. Yeah, John, I'm glad too. Look at all this beautiful hay. Would have been such a waste. And also it's going to plow better like this. So see, here's the first pass. See how I did that? Watch, John. So we're going to cut hay. So see, I connect it right here. Alright, so now I know the whole outside doesn't have anything in it. So then I come this way. And then I start over here and go the opposite way and I run on the straddling this, see? So now you know there's no rocks or anything. It makes a nice clean job. Now you guys know how to open up a hayfield. And then you go around the outside 5 times. 4 or 5 times, and it makes your head land. So you have a spot to turn. See all the horses? There's a bunch of horses right there. So you go around 4 or 5 times, and it gives you a space to to turn around, then you go back and forth on straight fields. With this, it's a little different because the whole thing is just crooked. So basically, if we get a bunch of hay off here, it'll pay the rent for this field, give us some money in our pocket. We can reinvest that in other stuff, and then we get money for the organics off this, so it's a win-win. Farming's all about hustling. Hustling speed-wise and hustling money-wise. Trying to make a dollar every way you can. You know, like right now, I could be listening to the same country music I always listen to, listening to Joe Rogan podcast, or I could be sitting here running my dumbass mouth to you guys and maybe get a few extra followers. How do you like my plow job? I enjoy watching the video just a call. Gotta go fix the trailer. Have fun. Alright, brother. Thank you for watching. Yeah, Joe, you say you play Farm Simulator. There's actually a guy on YouTube that helped design that game, and he went and bought an actual farm and is farming now. His first video got like 20 million views or something. I can't remember his name. I'll show you guys the blades to replace them. There's 12 of these in there. And then there's a tool on the side of this shaft here, and all you do is you take it, get underneath it, pop it up, put the other one in. It takes 5 seconds. You don't need any bolts or anything. It's pretty amazing. If any of you do a lot of hay, I would invest in a disc spine for sure. This guy has all kinds of random junk out in the field. Yeah, I have zero complaints with this disc spine. I think in the future I'm going to do a lot more hay when I'm a little more in charge. I'll probably go get me a little bigger one. Yeah, Spencer Herbert. Yeah, that's his name. That guy went out and bought a bunch of fields and stuff. Alright, so now I go the other way. That guy bought a bunch of fields and stuff. He got so many views on that one video, I bet it paid for half his farming that year. Because it was like a 50-minute long video and he had millions of views. That's a lot of money. Alright, see, now I go the other way. Now you go around this way 3 times and your headlands are complete. I really like how this thing pivots. This is a beautiful field. I'm glad I found this. My goal, my theory in life is just try, and the worst I can say is no. So I put Facebook Marketplace posts. I missed a strip there. I use Facebook Market posts saying I'm looking for land. I go around vacant fields, and my buddy John, who's watching this, has an app, and it shows who owns the fields. And then you go to the county office and contact them. I found maybe 100 acres this year doing that. And then in the area there's a local liquor store, and I pay like 65 bucks a week for a sign that says looking for farmland. You got to go out there and try. A lot of farmers out there are losing their land, and we're gaining land. So if you get a couple awesome fields, then you can get rid of your shitty ones. You just keep improving. It's the name of the game. I'll have to check out that YouTube. Cheeky. Do you know the app? What app? I don't know what you're asking me. In Manitoba, it's so dry, you have to worry about forest fires. Yeah, we're worried about getting stuck. I got stuck 2 days in a row with our biggest four-wheel drive tractor. I bet most of our hay fields we couldn't even go in right now. Official Farming Archive. I'll have to check it out. I watch, obviously I watch a little bit of Millennial Farmer. I don't relate to him much. He has so much damn money. I watch Larson Farms, but they're so damn big, it's hard to watch. If you guys want to watch a broke guy that's struggling, watch Duffy Ag. He's cool. 10th generation dairy farmer I watch. I think that one girl's name is Chloe. Laura Farms. I like the popcorn farmer. What's his name? Grant, I think it is. Oh, I like on TikTok. I like Charlie Trucker. He watches a lot of my videos. And then Growing 2020, Reed watches a lot of my videos too, which is pretty badass. And I actually met them at the Kentucky Farm Show last year. If you guys got TikTok, look up Charlie Trucker. He's really cool. He'll respond to your questions and stuff. Really nice guy. And then there's another content creator that lives right down the road, KC21 Farms, I think it is. She lives right like 4 miles from here, and we actually farm some of her old fields. I think she has like 500,000 followers on TikTok. And then Big Diesel Power has shared my videos a couple times, or commented and liked them. There's another one called Prairie State Tractors, and they added a video of me starting the 8640 John Deere, and I got like 5 million views or something. Rocket is asking me, what else do I farm? We do organic corn, regular corn, organic soybeans, regular soybeans, winter wheat, which we get straw from it, and we do a lot of hay. We grow 3 cows a year to feed ourselves steak, and 3 pigs a year so we can get bacon. Back a while ago, we used to have a pumpkin patch and a corn maze, which I really like and I would like to do in the future again. And we used to sell Christmas trees. I miss doing that stuff. What's up, Chin? I appreciate all you guys liking and watching. That's awesome. Give me some more likes. Help me out and subscribe to my channel. It's pretty amazing watching this grow every day. I sell shirts too. My name is Damon George, if anyone's wondering. George Farms. I didn't want to be like everybody else. Everyone else made their YouTube channel after their farm name. I wanted something a little catchy. What's my dream tractor? So there's a bigger size of this one. This is a 4255. I would like a 4455 with front wheel assist on it. I think that'd be a great tractor. I'll drive anything. Give me a Case Magnum. Give me an Ellis Chambers 7060. I'll drive anything you give me. This is my favorite tractor we own though. As you can see how quiet it is in here. We need to get this thing rebuilt. It has a massive hydraulic leak underneath. My second favorite tractor is my grandpa's 4020 John Deere. If you guys like and subscribe, I'll be adding videos of me baling and raking and tethering with that probably tomorrow. My grandpa bought that tractor brand new in 1967, so I think we've gotten our money out of it. Yeah, 930, that's cool. We have a Case 1370, which is the bigger size of that. 1976. Alright, so you see here, there's rocks around this, so I'm going to take the tractor, and I'm going to go like this, and have the tractor closer to the issue, so I can look at it, see if there's anything in there. And then you go around the other way eventually. With this stuff, you just gotta be a little careful. This is one of our most expensive pieces of equipment, so no point in trashing it. 1976 was the year you're born. Hell yeah. I was born in 89. That's what I like about John Deere. They got slap shift. So if you need to go a little slower for a second. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Sorry. So see, I wanted to go a little slower around that corner. So you just slap it over without a clutch. Now once I get around this corner. See, this is called quad shift John Deere. Watch. I just kicked it up a gear. Slow down and watch your baby deer. If you knew how much money I had on the line today, you wouldn't be going slow, bro. I have like 45 hours of work to do today. We have 70 acres to disc and plant to organic corn. Let alone cut another fucking 10 acres of hay. There's a big rock right there. I actually saved a baby deer from this field on Memorial Day. If any of you want to look at my video, it's like 6 shorts ago that I added. Francis, appreciate it, brother. I appreciate the nice compliments and comments, guys. Thank you very much. It's pretty sweet having everybody, 110 people interested in what my dumb ass is doing. Where are you guys all watching from today? Isn't that a beautiful? Look at that. Look how nice that cuts. Yeah, we bought this last year, and I just figured out that we were putting some of the blades on backwards for the whole last year. Me and my buddy John watched the YouTube video and figured out that we had a few backwards. So this thing's really cutting a lot better. North Dakota, hell yeah. I wouldn't mind getting me a nice country girl from North Dakota, old cowgirl. I need me a big girl that can throw me some hay bales. Southwest Louisiana. My family's from Louisiana. So here's my best pickup line to get the girls. Well, my dad's name is Butch. My mom's name is Billy Joe. That's how white trash I am. My mom's from St. Francisville, Louisiana. She lives in Jackson, Louisiana right now. My other sister lives in Spillman, right off 61 there. Yeah, Southwest Louisiana is a nice area. I go to Louisiana like 3 times a year. So there's rocks around that. So I'm gonna go So what you want to do though is you want to keep the same amount of passes on the headland all the way around, so when you tether a rig, and once it gets this shallow of a turn, I don't like missing anything. My dad would just go take a corner there. I like to pick up and go straight on it. Just takes an extra second, but then you don't have a bunch of missed streaks all over the place. I like to just do it like that. A lot of people would actually pivot the cutter around the corner, but I like to just not mess with anything. I like to just keep it in gear and keep moving. Personally, you hate trees in the middle of the field. You know what's crazy is I actually took a girl on a date last year just because she wanted to go out in the field and look at one of those trees. She said, I looked at that tree my whole life every time I passed this farm, and I wanted to go take a picture next to it. I said, well, baby, you know the right guy. Yeah, a lot of those, when you're in a big field and there's one individual tree left, it was because the old timers would get stuck out in a thunderstorm in a cabless tractor and they didn't want to get hit by lightning. So this is gonna be my last pass around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. just so I have a nice spot to turn around and it's not too short. Another thing you want to do is think about if you got a hay tedder that has 4 baskets on it, you take out 2 rows at a time. So make your headland 6 so you don't have 1 missing. Yay, John Collins, I gotta play to my strengths, brother. Yeah, I know it ain't my looks or my personality, so I keep a cute dog around and a lot of farm equipment. If any of you guys have a connection with Yankum Ropes, tell them to sponsor my ass. Oh, hey from Pontiac, Mission, I just seen. Hey, what's up, man? I've been to the Silver Dome back in the day. I was in Detroit last weekend, actually. Pontiac Silver Dome, what a piece of crap that was. There's a huge rock in there. I bet there's like a 2,000-pound rock right there. Alright, so we got the headlands done. You've performed there lots of times. What do you do performance-wise? TNT baits. Oh, damn, I thought you were going to say you're like a rodeo guy or something. Band, get out of here. I actually like Detroit. I got me a girl's number from there, actually. I found the only, snap, actually, not a number, but I found the only country bar I've ever found in Detroit. And found a pretty girl there. Well, let's see, how should I do this field there? I think I'm going to do it this way. Cut this. Change my mind. Got an old poop spreader. Yeah, I used to, I like rodeos. I used to date the Michigan State Rodeo Queen. There's a good rodeo called the Michigan State Stampede every year. Well, the only girl at the Detroit Country Bar was working there, but yeah, I've ridden a bull one time. Her name was Francine. She was my ex-wife. She was a biggin'. D2 hammer down. Hell no. I'd probably flip this thing. I always tether everything. No time to wait. Got shit to do. I was waiting for that comment. This field is so oddly shaped, I'm trying to figure this out as I go. What you want to do is try making the longest straight shots for when you're bailing. When you're bailing, you don't want to turn a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I've been to that rodeo in Adrian actually. I went there with my ex. That was a good time. That's a funny story. I went there with my buddies, and our dumbasses were all drinking and sitting there talking about how hot their rodeo girls were, and we weren't paying attention, and my girlfriend's mom was sitting right in front of us listening to all of it. That was pretty embarrassing. I got broke up with shortly after that. I appreciate all the likes, and hopefully you guys can follow my channel if you would help me out. Like and subscribe helps me out grow. I appreciate you guys watching. Getting hungry. Jonathan, getting hungry. Hello. I tell you what, this tractor and this discbine combination is so perfect. What a nice ride. I always like to have a cab tractor on these things just in case one of these discs flies off. That rubber mat front's pretty heavy, but I think one of those discs would probably go right through that. I used to ride on a lettuce planter south of Leslie, Michigan. I've never heard of a lettuce cutter. I don't even know how that works. Every farmer does stuff differently. I have a few friends that do a lot of vegetables. Man, what a pain in the ass that is. You gotta hire like 15 Mexicans to do anything. Daddy Trump's about to get rid of all your tractors. Should have brought snacks. Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be in a different tractor, and you know, we switched 3 times. I had to get Mylan going, so you know how that goes. My brother sat in Speedway this morning looking at a Mexican girl's butt for about 30 minutes while I was in a hurry. Hey John, go to the farm and do a oil change on the 4020, bud. Thank you, sir. Leslie is between Jackson and Lansing. They got some really nice farm areas out that way. A lot of those guys live in big dairy farms, and then they go to Michigan State and get educated and they actually know how to farm right, unlike our asses. We're just making this shit up as we go, I tell you. This is some beautiful hay. I would have hated plowing this stuff under. We're gonna get so much hay off this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 12 hay wagons full. More than that. What's nice is we'll just bale as much as we have time for. If we run out of time, we'll just round bale the rest. There's money in the bank, dude. I'm slick with it, son. I just love this thing doesn't jam. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for subscribing. How much on average does a load of hay go for? Well, it can fit about 125 to 140 on a throw wagon, and we get $6 to $8 a bale for it. That's some pretty good money, especially when you haven't had a check. You know, when you're a farmer, you're basically losing money all winter if you don't do hay. So then all of a sudden you start doing this stuff and you start getting $5,000 checks. It really helps out, I tell you. The only bad part is all the horse girls start scratching around trying to get free hay. You gotta beat them off with a stick, I tell you. There's a lot of horses in Michigan. Around here has some of the most horses in the world, actually. Right over there, if you look, my dad has a bunch of hydraulic oil in this window, but if you look, there's like 12 horses right there. I'll show you guys a horse. Let's see horsies. Hey, there's horsies. There's about 12 of them right there. And see, almost every property around here has like 12 horse stalls at least. Okay, zoom out now. Yeah, hay bales sell really quick. A lot of the year, the way you want to do it is you want to load the wagon up and just bring it to a farm and have them unload it. That's the most effective way of doing it. My buddy Rob Clare has a big operation, and he has a hay accumulators, they call them. So he bales the hay and it goes into this machine that puts them into bundles of 9, and then he brings a sky track around and just picks them up and puts them right on a semi-trailer, and then the people take off all over the United States with it, so you never have to handle the hay. Me and my brother are probably going to unload 20,000 bales of hay this year, which isn't bad for the muscles, but it gets tiring. Where are we out of? We are by Ann Arbor, Michigan and Whitmore Lake, Michigan. This right here is considered it's like South Lyon, Michigan area. Yeah, and then when we run out of hay, we go to the hay auction. We go to the hay auction in Manchester, Michigan, and we'll buy hay until we get to the next year of cutting. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get way over 1,000 bales just off these fields. There's a field across the road that's another like 10 or 15 acres, so. Yeah, if you guys could all like and subscribe my channel, please. Appreciate you guys all watching the live. See ya, Tia. Look at how gritty. One of my favorite things is we have a few really square, straight fields. And I love going after you're done and just seeing the nice rows all the way down it. Make good videos. Kind of hard to do one-handed. Do I get any money from YouTube? Yes, every day I get paid from YouTube. It's actually a great way to save money. You just make it go into an account you can't touch. And it just builds. I get a lot of views though. I'm getting like 500,000 views every 2 days or so. How much? Ain't gonna tell you. Research it. One good way to make money is the shirts that I made. If you guys don't want to go on YouTube, to my shop on YouTube, just go on my channel. You'll see I got t-shirt designs for sale. But I get like 80% of those sales. This is going to be some nice hay though. We got like 4 days of good weather. Hopefully after this I can go disc with the versatile for the rest of the day. Maybe knock out another 70 acres planted. If we get this all cut and that field planted to 70 acres, that was probably one of the most successful days in the whole year, money wise. My brother has to go back to Louisiana soon, so we're trying to enslave him till then. Bravo Pop. Yeah, I bet that's ironic. So you're doing hay while watching somebody do hay. Where are you doing hay at? If you guys got any questions for a farmer, I'll try reading the comments as much as possible. Try to answer them for you. I appreciate you guys watching. I post videos on my YouTube and TikTok. My TikTok's the same name, Michigan Marine Farmer. I try to post at least 2 to 5 a day. So if you guys want to follow me and my dad and brother's journey, we really appreciate you. We kind of started this whole program back 3 years ago, and we've really built a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoy a farmer struggling and is not just out there with $1 million equipment. Hopefully it's a little more relatable to you guys. Oh, you guys know French? Moi, je suis ici à Pateli, Sauvio. Or do you guys know any Arabic? Ana Shwarabi. Yeah, I was a Marine, infantry Marine from 2007 to 2011. I went to Ramadi, Iraq, and then Marja and Sangin, Afghanistan. I've been out of the Marines since 2011. I'm becoming an old man now. Shit, I barely know English. My brother speaks Creole and Konas. If I knew Russian, I'd probably go over there and get me a wife. If you got any farm girls watching this, I'm looking for a wife. You need to have a tractor and a dog. Please send a picture of tractor and dog. I think we need to spray some chemicals in this tractor, though. There's a bunch of roaches around here. I don't know why there's always roaches in this thing. $70 likes. That is awesome. I really appreciate all you guys. That's badass. I almost feel like a pretty lady. I'll tell you one thing. I've told this to my dad a few times. If I did the same YouTube channel, but I was a semi-good-looking woman, I think I'd be a millionaire already. Just gotta show the booty off a few times, make $1 million bucks. I got this field almost knocked out. It's going good. Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. I have a freaking headache. Need to charge the phone and listen to Joe Rogan podcast. You guys were awesome. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you like my channel and my content. I'll charge my phone up and go live later on when I'm driving the Versatile. Appreciate you guys. You guys kept me company. And I hope you guys get a bunch of work done and enjoy your day. Tell your friends about me. I'm trying to get huge. Thank you. Subscribe, like, look at my shirts for sale, please. You guys enjoy.